languages.
Hello, I'm Alessandro Panattoni. Welcome to Food 101.
Food, people. Let's talk about food. Oh, Chefy, another week.
Another working week. Yay!
Woohoo! Another week to deal with, right, Chefy?
Yes.
The winter is coming.
Yes, it's start to get cold here.
Yes, I think you have lots of snow coming, Chefy, as I read in the news.
Yeah, well, I didn't see yet snow, but it's cold, It's cold here.
Yes, we're having snow already here because we are near in the mountain, so we have already snow
Wow.
caps on the mountain, and so you can feel the cold breeze, people, and really the winter is coming. So, Shafi, last week we talked about saffron, right, Shafi?
Last
One.
week, yes, we did talk about saffron. This week, we're going to talk about herbs.
Oh, herbs, people. One of the key ingredients to make your food delicious.
Yes. Sometimes if you put too much, no. Of course.
It affects everything, people. So you do in moderate way.
So, what just explain, the difference, because between herbs and spices, okay? So the herbs generally refer to the leafy, green, or flowering part of the plant, either fresh or dry. While spice are usually dry, the part the from other part of the plant, include seeds, bark, roots, and fruits. That's what's the difference between herbs and spices. So we can already divide the list of the two category. Now, for some plants, they produce the herbs, and they even produce the spice. For example, coriander. You can get coriander leaves, but you can even get coriander seeds, for example. So practically, yes. Today we're going to talk about herbs. So the herbs, remember, is the part generally referred to the leaf, the green leaf, or the flower. That's the part of the plant they we call herbs. And the list, it's a long list here. So for herbs, we got rosemary, and actually I'm going to explain right away. The rosemary is still in a plant. They actually even a tree become, because it's got a big branch. So it's not just a single little plants. Um, Basil, sage, oregano, cilantro, coriander, whatever, parsley, dill, thyme, fennel, and let's say garlic is in the herbs part, tarragon, ginger, turmeric, chives. Keep going. Keep going to make it know
Yeah.
everybody what's the most common anyway. And
Yes.
it's okay. We got peppermint, we got cumin, lavender, marjoram, lemon balm,
Level.
or cloves, nutmeg, mint, cinnamon. There we go.
Yes, there we go. The list, people, for the
So
herbs.
yeah, that's all the herbs that you can find. Fresh, you can find dry, but it's still they're considered herbs. So then for to utilize these herbs, that's a good thing about cooking and create your own flavor at the end. So of course, you got so many different kind of herbs, and you can use for many different things, such as if you want to do a roast potato, you can even put a nice rosemary inside as a herbs. and even garlic too, of course. Sometimes you can put chives if you want, if you like to. When instead you want to do, let's say, a nice pilaf, you can use your cilantro as a flavor. Why not a little bit of garlic and cumin inside? And that's like
That
there is a different way how to use it after, and the most common it's when you follow a recipe, don't exceed, because of course more herbs you put, more different the flavor is going to be of your final product.
yes,
Yeah.
definitely. The most widely used herbs is parsley, as far as I know,
Yes.
because they use for decoration, they use for flavor too.
Well,
And
for Italian, well, the most common: oregano, rosemary, basil, sage, parsley. That's the most common that we use. Of course, garlic, and we use fennel, of course, and thyme. Yes,
thyme, yes.
yeah, we use a lot in the kitchen,
In
and
Italian,
yeah, for Italian cuisine, a lot.
definitely. So, Shafi, let's go to thyme, which is specifically is that you usually use thyme.
Well, thyme usually use more for fish, give the flavor of the fish. I really like on it, and mm, the thyme is kind of a perennial herb, so it's is coming even from the mint family.
Mm,
So
yes.
I love when it's fresh because it's give a completely different flavor than dry. I think, in my opinion, that when it's dry, lose a little bit that flavor they always got, because the time is very nice when you get fresh, especially like I say on the fish. I love it, and yeah, well, I would suggest on the fish, but lots of people use it for the meat. Like I use sometimes when I saute maybe a filet, or and cooking a pan-sear a filet, and I put some butter and thyme on it. Oh, it's fantastic.
Yes, it's something else. I usually use thyme, Shafi, when I'm roasting my turkeys. I marinate it with olive oil, thyme, garlic, and roast it in the oven. It's something else, people. Try it.
I usually I like to put on with the squash, especially now that we are in the season.
Yes,
With nice garlic, olive oil, thyme, and then you just open up the your squash enough, and just put in the oven and roast it. It's something different, something completely different when it's nice and fresh.
definitely, people. But before we go on, Shafi, let's shout out to the people listening in Malaysia. Truly
Oh wow!
Asia. Because Shafi in Kuala Lumpur, we got 38% audience share. Penang at 25%, Selangor at 13%, Sarawak at 13%, and Melaka at 13%. So thank you so much for supporting this podcast, because this podcast is created empower food people and herbs people to make your days delicious.
Yes, we use a lot of herbs anyway. Yeah, as an Italian, we always have a base outside with the, one corner of the house got the rosemary, one other corner of the house got the oregano separate. You get the thyme. So when you need something, you just go outside, pick it up, nice and fresh. We love it. Well, because they're perennial plants, all year round over there. So
Yes. But Shafi, I think basil leaf is the most popular herbs in Italian cuisine.
yeah, but yeah, you have in a certain time of the year, like it's coming, maybe from the beginning of the summer up to the late September. After that, it start to get cold. You don't gonna get too much basil. unless you get in a hot house. So that's a different story. So if you want the real good flavor, you gotta wait to that time of the year. Especially when we talk about to making pesto, Genovese.
Mm.
That's what we do in the summertime because that's the best time of the year to get the very good basil with a great flavor. You know. So
Yes.
there is a specific time, especially for the herbs too. So I'll suggest to follow as much as possible the season. And well, the herbs you can keep always, around your house. A little vase beside the kitchen, where you can have a little bit, cilantro, a little bit this, a little bit that. Would be amazing, eh? I love it.
Definitely.
My wife in the summertime, she always keep a vase of basil beside the kitchen, always. Yeah, yeah, she loves basil. She can even put on the toast in the morning. She said with the cream cheese.
Definitely. So,
Yeah.
Shafi, herbs are categorized as medicinal too, right? Aromatic, and this kind of types of herbs. Can we do that? Can we use that in the kitchen for the using in medicinal purposes?
Which one? The aromatic one?
Yes.
Well, there is herbs. There is a different category of herbs. You got the medicinal herbs, so you got the culinary herbs. Some they use even as a medicine. They use as um, to make a tea, like a tisane, like a chamomile tea, mint tea. They are free of caffeine, so there is no caffeine on it. And they can, of course, you can't put milk on it because it doesn't taste very good. But you know, uh, but yeah, there is these aromatic herbs that you can use in different, not just cooking, but even for yourself as a medical or as for tisane or tea. That's very, very, very good for you.
Definitely. People, herbs are very important in the kitchen. Without them, our food is become bland.
But think about it, just now I think I remember, one time I made a chamomile mousse, with the herbs as a dessert. It was very, very good.
Oh wow. And
Yeah.
that's make you relax, Chefy, when you do that. Chamomile.
Oh, I hope so. Of course, in Italy, in the kitchen, we use lots of meat, and you use for the dessert, you for the bar in the restaurant, you use for drinks, lots of meat.
Lots of means, people, especially for dessert. Means are good. This they are really meant for dessert.
Yes.
And if you are doing also lamb, well, of course, that's
Oh,
good for the
yes.
lamb. Lamb chunk, people. Mint
Oh,
sauce.
yes.
So, Safi, for the main course, let's say, if you're preparing main course, what are the herbs that you are using?
Well, depending what kind of main course I gotta prepare.
Okay.
That's the thing. So let's say I want to make let me think 1 second. I want to make a porchetta. you know
Yes.
it's one of the things coming up right now in my mind, and think about what kind of herbs. Yeah, well, you got fennels, you got rosemary, you got garlic inside. So it's full of herbs, and then you roll up this nice belly. We talked once about porchetta.
Yes, we did.
We did. That's
Yes.
right. Yeah, yes. I love porchetta. Porchetta is amazing. And probably you have your belly of the pork belly. You brush with all these herbs, this um, mix of herbs, and then you leave it inside there, inside the belly, and then you roll up, and then you bake in the oven, and it's fantastic. That's the first thing come up in my mind, about the herbs for as a main course right now.
Chef the porchetta is the suckling pig, right? Roasted suckling pig.
Yeah, it's the Roman, well, Roman. It's well, we say it's from Rome, but there is many people say it's from Umbria, from so many parts of Italy. Well, there is different recipe, but for us, is for me as a Roman Roman guy, it's from Ariccia, and that's the best porchetta you can ever get. It's the best. Yeah, it's something that you never forget once you eat. And then when they serve it to you in a nice bread and with a nice glass of wine, you can't say no. You can,
Yes,
you can.
definitely. It's something else. We have also version of croqueta, Sheppy. We call it
Yes, I know. Yes, in
we,
Philippines, yes, they
yes,
do.
we called it lechon.
Lachon, yeah, we talked once about lachon too. You remember?
Yes, we talk about
Yeah.
lechon and croqueta already. And it's something these dishes need lots of herbs to make the dish more delicious. Without them, they are tasteless or bland. Right,
Like
Chappy?
okay, I can say let's make a tomato sauce. Like you make a tomato sauce. So there we go. You make your garlic and your olive oil, and then boom, basil inside. Yeah, you put your oregano inside. It's so here we go. You got your herbs nice and inside fresh. It's another course that you can put on the menu. You know?
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. But Cheffy, before we go on, I'm inviting you to listen to my other podcast, Book 101 Review, with my third season, people. And my books are out too. It's all about my 100 episodes of my first season of Book 101 Review. Volume 1 is highly recommended. Volume 2 is selected, and volume 3 is suggestions. Those are the books that I read that I featured on the first season of my 100 episodes, available on Amazon and leading online bookstores worldwide. Plus our Food 101 Volume 1 Basics until Volume 11 are already out, people. So please do grab a copy. And Volume 12 is coming, Italian Cuisine with
Yeah.
woohoo! with
Finally.
finally with Chef Alessandro on the book itself. We called Italian Cuisine Volume 12 Food 101 coming this month.
Wow.
I assure you this month. It's all about Italian dishes that we talk about for our first season, and no, I think you came on the second season. Yeah, on the second
Yeah.
season, half of the season. So please do tune in for that book because it's something else. We work hard for it, and we will be publishing this coming month. So Food 101 Volume 12, people, Italian cuisine. So Shapi, what else we can say about herbs?
Herbs to make cosmetics too. That's what I can say. Or but no, it's what I suggest always to everybody: don't exaggerate with the herbs on food because you don't want to cover up too much the flavor and the taste. That's for sure. And especially if you cook fish or meat, that very some meat very delicate. So you be careful how you use it. Just put the right amount, follow the right recipe, and let's you see then be great. And use always a nice fresh product. If you don't find the fresh product, you can get dry one, of course. Or in the summertime, you can dry by yourself, and you can make your own herbs.
Definitely, people. We are encouraging you to do your own herbs because it's something else. Plus, good for marination, people. According to what I read, if you use these herbs, it removes the toxic elements of the meat that you are marinating, especially if you do marinate for 24 hours. It removes the toxic of the meat, especially the beef, chicken, and you know what, people? I love marinating beef with rosemary. It's
Rosemary.
yeah, yes, with olive oil, rosemary, garlic powder, garlic onion powder, and garlic fresh put together. And once you cook it, it's something else, people.
It's true. It's true. It's true. Absolutely.
it,
Absolutely.
and if you want to make your meat more tender while marinating with the herbs, put vinegar or this red wine vinegar or white wine cooking, or red wine or white wine cooking. Those are a good tenderizer, people. It's it
Yes.
it makes your meat tender. It's something else.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Definitely. So, Shafi, let's go to the fun part of our last part of our podcast, trivia time.
Oh my God.
Trivia about ourselves. I'm thinking what I'm gonna say about trivia for myself.
I lost all my ideas.
Okay, I'll go first, Shafi. As I always saying that I have a lot of podcasts. Book 101 review one is one of my second oldest podcasts. Because Food 101 is the first podcast that I created. Second is a Book 101 review is doing a podcast. It's something else. From editing itself, from giving background music and editing, you need patience and time to do all those stuff. And if you are thinking to do a podcast, go for it, people, because it's worth it. It's something, it's a show that you can say what you want, you can do what you want, and it's something that if you have the passion of doing it, even if you are tired, do it because you have the passion of doing it, just like Chef and I. Even we are tired, we still doing it because we have dedication, we have the passion, we love what we are talking about, and we love to share about food. Right, Shafi? That's my
Right.
trivia.
Since you talk like that about your trivia, I wanted to say the same thing for my trivia. They actually, I don't know if everybody knows that we met here on. Actually, we met on LinkedIn. Me
Yes.
and Daniel, and he invited me to be one of the guests of his Food 101. And for me, it was the first time. I never tried in my life for this podcast. Never had a chance. So anyway, the first time I try and I enjoy it. Then the next week, Mr. Daniel called me again. Say, would you want to do another one? I said, sure. And then another one, sure. And then another one. Keep going like this. Until the end, it become unusual weekend. It was, yeah,
Yes.
I was spending my day, my night off, but that's it's not the we joke, but it's if you really love to do something and you really love what you're doing, uh, you just talk about it. It's so nice, and you just tell everybody how you feel, tell everybody what uh, how you doing the job, how you can create stuff like we do. That's it. It's so nice to share.
Yes. Because Chef and I are working in the same profession.
Industry.
Industry. We're in the same industry. So,
We laughing a lot, Some people maybe don't like that we laughing, but life is beautiful. Life is great.
uh,
We should enjoy. Come on,
yes.
people. Just making a egg in the morning. It's so fun. Okay, fry eggs with the bacon. A big happy face on it on the eggs. That's what I do with my kids. They're so
And
happy, and we have a laugh in the morning already.
Yes, life is too short, people, to be grumpy in
Oh yeah.
everything.
Oh yeah.
Said laughter is the best medicine. It will make your life longer.
Oh yes, absolutely.
That's the science facts. Doing our best, and our podcast is
And Boulder.
yes. Watch out for our next season, people, because we are preparing lots of episodes that you never heard before. We are so grateful for this year because, as we said, we got our 1 million downloads, and
Yes.
we are looking forward for our 2 million downloads.
But
And
Daniel, I would like to hear something from our listener. I would like to hear what they want to hear.
yes,
If there is something particular they would like to talk about it for us, want us to talk about it for them. If they got something they really want to hear about it. I will really like to do that.
yes, please do connect to us, because in every episode you are have the privilege to say something about our episode. It's now the new system of Spotify that every episode we have a questionnaire to the listeners, and you can suggest, or you can
It can be
share.
part two of our podcast. You can jump in and talk with us.
Yes, as a third, that will be our fourth season, Chevy. That will
I'll
be
try to speed up things.
yeah, okay. But anyway, yes, that be cool. That'd be awesome if you want to share your knowledge, give all your knowledge to us, and be part of this podcast. Our fourth season, we are aiming for that listeners will interact, and you can come our guest. We're gonna interview you, and let's be part of this podcast as a family.
Yes.
So, Shafi, as usual, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you very much. It's so fun anyway. So I
Y-
really enjoy it.
Yes, we are always enjoyed what we're doing, people. Of course, we giggle a lot, and thank you for our milestones for this year, because Chef and I are so very grateful.
Yes, we are. American people.
See you soon.